Welcome back to the Eudora Times Post-Game Show. I'm your host, Cuyler Dunn. I'm joined now by Cardinals girls basketball players Brynn Deterding and Hanna Keltner after the team clinched their spot in the state tournament with the Substate win. And overall, what are your thoughts on getting the Substate championship today?
I think this is a surreal moment, honestly. I mean, we worked so hard all season, and I think just our record of 20 and whatever and 2, I think just like reflects on how hard we've put in the work at practice every day. And I think that this moment is just so rewarding to us, and I'm just so excited to make it to state.
Yeah, if you were to tell me last year that we would be going to state, I would kind of laugh at you, honestly. We've come so far as a team. Our entire roster has never seen a sub-state or a state game, so it's really cool to see kind of how we can handle pressure, especially in times like this. So it's really rewarding and really, like Brynn said, a surreal moment.
Yeah, it was kind of a slow start out of the gate, but then a big run in the second quarter, a couple big runs in the second half. What were some keys to kind of finding your footing and getting back on top?
Yeah, I think we just needed to stay calm. I mean, we knew that they were going to get their runs, we were going to get our runs. And I think obviously the first couple minutes, it's just all adrenaline, and they got up on a good lead. And we just needed to calm down and just play our game, and we did. And then obviously a good outcome for us.
Yeah, I think definitely staying calm in times of kind of anxious moments was kind of our key today. We definitely were together as a team, making sure that none of us were getting in our heads at all. I think all of us were working together to kind of cheer each other on, and I honestly think that's what got us this win today, is that we were just more together as a team.
Yeah, it's definitely a big game atmosphere. Every section was filled. How did the team kind of work to use that to your advantage and make sure it didn't rattle you too much?
Yeah, I mean, pregame in our warm-ups, the Wamego student section, they were chirping in our ear a lot, and we just said, don't worry about what they say, just lock in, play our game. And then Coach said, feed off of our energy, and I think we really had a great atmosphere tonight with our community, so props to them for showing up and supporting us.
Yeah, honestly, I'd rather have a packed gym full of a lot of chirpers than a gym full of a lot of silence. So I appreciate all the students in the student section, all the parents that came out to support us. It really means a lot. It just shows that we kind of have a lot of support on our back, and we're going to use that for the state tournament this coming week.
Yeah, you mentioned it, but the big ones are next week. What's kind of going to be the focus as you prep for the state championships next week?
I think first we need to enjoy it. I mean, this is just a great moment for all of us. We've never seen this before, so I think we enjoy it. But then starting tomorrow and Monday, we need to lock in at practice and understand our assignment that we're going to get put at state. So I think that we'll lock in at practice and hopefully play well at state.
Yeah, definitely locking in at practice like we have been this entire season, making sure that we are setting our teams that we're going to go against and just enjoying the moments along the way. I mean, none of us have been able to experience this before, so being in the moment and enjoying it every step of the way is going to be really important for each of us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're watching the Eudora Times Post-Game Show. I'm your host, Cuyler Dunn, reporting for the Eudora Times. Welcome to the Eudora Times Post-Game Show. I'm your host, Cuyler Dunn. I'm joined now by Cardinals girls basketball coach Brynn after the team clinched its spot in the state tournament with a sub-state championship win over Wamego. And it was kind of a slow start, but what did you see from the team to come back and clinch that spot?
We talked about before the game even started that adrenaline's going to carry the first, probably 3 minutes of the game, and that can be good and bad. We missed some good looks. Wamego was out rebounding us. They were kind of working a little bit harder on that glass than we were. So it started into a little bit of a hole there. I think it was 10-1 maybe. But once that initial adrenaline kind of got out, I thought our girls did a really good job of keeping their composure and just slowly sticking to the game plan.
Yeah, it was a big-time game atmosphere, and the whole gym was packed. How did you see that impact the team and kind of work to use that for their advantage?
Well, especially, I thought our defense was really good, and that got us back in, and the defense, which leads to the offense, which leads to the crowd excitement, it just kind of all kind of steamrolls at that point. It's snowballing and to our advantage, and our crowd was excellent again, the student body, the community, and they really helped us to get kind of that extra juice. We talked about that we need to feed off the crowd's energy, and we did that based off of our defense and our transition offense.
Yeah, obviously we'll head to state next week. What are some keys, some things you want the team to focus on as you prep for that?
Right now, make sure that you enjoy this moment and don't look forward too quick, because a lot of times in this society we don't appreciate the now.
Mm.
And so we're going to appreciate it. Rest up a little bit, and then we are going to see who our opponent is.
Yeah.
Start with that, and then start prepping and get back to work. And the kids have done a really nice job with that all year. Prepping, and they've learned along the way kind of what prepping for a game looks like, and they've gotten better at it. So, we talked about earlier that the biggest win for us is we get another week together, because this group just really likes being together, and they love each other, and so it's just fun. We're just grateful for the opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you, Coach. You're watching the Eudora Times Post-Game Show. I'm your host, Cuyler Dunn, reporting for the Eudora Times.